Hello again, everybody. Zack Attack is here at the Atak Sportz for this Monday, December 2nd, 2013. Hope everyone had a great weekend, great Thanksgiving weekend. And speaking of Thanksgiving, of course, Thanksgiving Day kicked off our week of NFL football. Yeah. For week number 12. Week 13. First off, the Lions game. Wow, Lions won. Now I was gonna say that Lions won their game against the Packers, 40-20 on Thursday. Despite two turnovers in the first four, they came back strong. In the second half, kicked ass and destroyed the Packers. Good for the Lions. At least they can finally get a fucking win for once on Thanksgiving. Cowboys beat the Raiders, and the Ravens beat the Steelers on Thursday. Meanwhile, other games yesterday, wacky day, wacky Sunday. The Bears lost in overtime against the Vikings. The first half was boring as hell. Second half, with that great touchdown to kick things off, man, it was a great touchdown to open up. Deshaun Jeffrey was the star of the game. Especially an awesome catch. There was like a long ass catch at the end zone. That was a badass throw and a badass catch. But despite that, the Vikings won, even with Christian Barner getting out with a concussion. With Castle taking over. Castle's the reigning quarterback. It can't be embarrassing for the Bears. But for Lions fans, a happy Bears lost because if Bears would have won, they would have tied with the Lions for first place again in the NFC North. So while the Vikings win in a wacky overtime against the Bears, missed field goal after missed field goal, and a field goal that was successful, but it was penalized. So it was like a wacky game yesterday against the Bears and the Vikings. But nail biting was the key word for the Broncos-Chiefs game. Very tight game against the Chiefs and the Broncos. Broncos swept the Chiefs 35-20, beating them both times at Denver and at Kansas City. And Kansas City had some interceptions early and a great kickoff return as well for the Chiefs. But despite that, the Broncos, you can't stop Peyton fucking Manning. Same with Eli Manning. Eli Manning won against this game against the Redskins. Despite an effort by the Redskins to come flying back, but of course you can't stop Eli either, unfortunately. I hate Eli, but I like Peyton. So that was the games yesterday. 49ers won their game 23-13 against the Rams. Falcons beat the Bills. Who cares? 34-31. And Colts won their game. They are first place in their division. I know that. 22-14. Tonight's Monday night game is Saints and Seahawks. I know Saints play the Panthers next week. Going to be a huge game, that game. So, there you go with that. Now, I watched, before I get to my wall preview for tonight, I watched a little bit. I watched the whole thing of the Ultimate Fighter finale on Saturday. And it was a decent night of fights on Saturday night. We had, of course, Chris Holsworth beating Davey Grant for the Bantamweight Championship men for the Ultimate Fighter in the second round. Great second round submission. Davey Grant kind of screwed himself. He made one mistake, and Chris Holdsworth got it in that submission. Meanwhile, we crowned the first ever female Ultimate Fighter winner since this season. Was, of course, coached by the reigning UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion Ronda Rousey and her soon-to-be opponent Miesha Tate. Of course, they're facing off New Year's Eve weekend. So that's going to be an epic weekend, along with Silva and Whiteman too. But the first ever female Ultimate Fighter was crowned on Saturday night. I forgot the chick's name. Oh yeah, Juliana Pena defeated Jessica Wachowski in a TKO in the first round, and she was more humble. Like Juliana Pena in her post-match interview was more humble than Nate Diaz was. He was a cocky little bastard, but he kind of deserves it after literally kicking the hell, knocking the hell out of Green Matter in the main event. Serious. It was like around the punches. Like Gray was up against the fence and just Nate was just pounding at him like a punch a second. It's like the finish was quick and fast for Nate Diaz in a punching war with Great Man with a TKO. And he won knockout tonight. I knew that. And Chris Holmesworth won the submission tonight honors. The final night went to a prelim fight. John Sampo and Ryan Benoit. No one not related to Chris. Speaking of guys like that, wrestlers. WWE Raw preview for the evening. Yes, I'm probably going to miss Raw again tonight. That's my gig. But I'm probably going to watch it above my head like I did last week at Jefferson Street with no sound though. Top 3 questions that must be answered this evening. I did at least read the results as well as see a little bit of it. Of last week. Top 3 questions answered tonight. Question number 3. Will Daniel Bryan be found tonight? Now, apparently D. Bryan was kidnapped by the Wyatt family last week. I remember seeing Punk guy's ass beat by the Shield as well. The Shield and Wyatt family aligned, finally. It looks like it. They helped the Wyatts last week from what I've read and saw a little bit of. But like I said, D-Bryan was kidnapped. We'll see if D-Bryan is found tonight or not really make an appearance. Will we see him? Because Punk said on SmackDown, I've read that he hadn't heard from Bryan all week. So we'll see what happens with D-Bryan tonight in his status. Question number 2. Will any matches be made for TLC? Last week we had the big unification title match. John Cena, Randy Orton for the unification of the WWE World titles in a TLC match. I thought it would be Big Show, Orton, and Cena, Del Rio, and Sandown matches. But it'll be those two facing off for the unification. So who knows what's going to happen to everybody else. Probably going to get some more matches made this week. Pre-show matches as well. I think we're 2 weeks away from this pay-per-view. So we have to get some more matches ready and wearing to go for this PPV that's set to take place on December the 15th. And speaking of Cena Orton, question number 1. How will Cena Orton's feud continue on? Now, Orton delivered a message to Cena by taking him out and doing a big tag team match last Monday, from what I read and saw. Cena teamed up with Big Show against Del Rio and Orton. Orton beat the crap out of Cena, delivering a big message that he is going to be the one working out with both championships at TLC. We'll see how Cena retaliates tonight on Raw at 8/7 Central on USA Network. That is it for the Atak Sportz for today. See you all later. With that in mind, you've all been attacked by the sports news from Zach. Thank you for watching. See ya. Yes. Yes. Yes.